What a god almighty fucking waste of time!
Jesus, what's eating you?
The title character has had a cardiac infarction. Bruce is dead.
Well, at least it's consistent. They'll get another one from the boat shed.
I mean, how many of those things they got anyway? 3? 4? We've been on this boat, what, 5 days? None of them fucking work. The whole thing is a disaster. Christ, it's cold. Is that thing working?
Let me try. That should do it. What are they doing to it?
Don't ask me, man. But why does it take so goddamn long?
Well, it's not the time it takes to take the take that takes the time. It's the time it takes between the takes that takes the time to take the take.
And how much time did that take you? Why are the goddamn things so unreliable? They can put a man on the moon, but they can't make a mechanical fish that floats.
I was talking with Bob, and as I understand it, it's to do with the dynamics of the mechanism. You see, Bruce is powered with pneumatics rather than hydraulics, because oil and water don't mix, right?
Right.
Well, Bruce is designed to be a neutral weight, so he'll float, but pneumatics use compressed air, and the compressed air causes fluctuations in weight. So the longer he's out there and the more he moves, the heavier he gets.
That's fascinating, Roy. Makes me think it would have been easier just to get a real shark.
You serious?
Yeah, why not? Just get a tame shark. How hard can it be?
You ever seen a real-life shark?
I'm from Queens, man. Of course I've never seen a real live shark.
Richard, you cannot tame a shark.
No?
No. What are you gonna do? He eats someone, he gets a tap on the nose. He doesn't eat someone, you give him a cookie. Anyway, the weather guy said there's a warm front moving in. Plenty of sunshine, maybe we can catch a few rays.
Yeah, I look to you like the kind of guy who would catch a few rays. My skin bypasses tan and goes directly to sunstroke.
Hey, don't knock it, Richard. Lowers your blood pressure, lifts your mood, gives you vitamin D.
So is this how you saw your career panning out? My first picture was the Valley of the Dolls.
Who were you in it?
Ugh, I'm in it for all the 45 seconds. One line, an extra, really. But what was your first one?
A little Oscar winner you may have heard of called The Curse of the Living Corpse.
Really?
Not exactly Shakespeare, huh?
No. You've done Shakespeare, right, Roy?
Sure. Romeo and Juliet. New York Shakespeare Festival. I was Mercutio.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Shakespeare one day. I just can't decide which role I'd be best suited to. Hamlet or Prince Hal? Hey, you know Robert works all the time with Harold Pinter. Maybe I'll have him hook me up. Jesus, I never thought I'd miss West Hollywood. But that's where I should be, instead of freezing my balls off here. But the film wouldn't work without me.
Come again?
Hooper's the heart of the operation. He's the brains. He's the scientist, the rationalist. Without him, there's no shark hunt. No movie.
Well, that's one way to looking at it.
Did you read the book?
Yeah.
You did. They told me not to read it. They said it might confuse me. So what's it like?
Well, it's no Great Gatsby.
Okay.
But you know what they say, it's easier to make a good movie out of a bad book than out of a great book.
Is that so?
I don't know, I mean, Stephen changed a lot of things for the script.
Yeah.
Yeah. For example, in the book, Hooper is having an affair with Brody's wife.
He is? Damn!
What do you think of Stephen?
Well, the first thing is, I think people underestimate him. He may just be a kid, but he's an old head on young shoulders. Having said that, I think he may be clinically insane.
Really?
Yeah! He's shooting on the ocean. Nobody shoots on the ocean. Do you know how many water tanks Universal has? You know what it's like, man. You work your butt off. You're at the mercy of nature. Wind, rain, tides, sun, overexposure to all of them. Jews should stay away from water. Nothing good ever happened to any Jew on the water.
Didn't Jesus walk on water?
Yeah. And look what happened to him. I mean, call me old-fashioned, But I think when you're making a $4 million studio picture, you should have a script. It seems to me like we talk about something over dinner, and the next day it's in the pages Gottlieb hands us. You can't make a big budget Hollywood picture on the fly, man!
Somebody, one of the crew told me that we're already $2 million over budget.
Who was it? Was it Tom? It sure seems like it's true. And we still got all the shark stuff to shoot, if the fucking thing ever starts working. Otherwise, we'll be in Planet of the Apes without the monkeys, man!
If this is going to be such a turkey, why did you sign up?
Oh, I fucked up. That's what happened. I shot this thing last year, The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz, a serious drama. And I thought, this is it, baby. This is the big time. This is what's gonna make me a star. Well, I saw the premiere in Montreal and fuck, man, I stink in it. But the same thing happened with American Graffiti. So, I'm watching the rough cut. And all of a sudden, I go clammy cold. And I'm seeing myself. And I'm shaped like Smokey the Bear. And I've got this monotonal nasal voice. And I'm the worst, right? Well, George Lucas comes up to me, he goes, "So, what'd you think?" And I go, "Well, George, it's a nice film, and I've already figured out how you can cut me out. Lucas told me I was crazy."
You were terrific. It's a great movie. You know, when I signed, Dick let slip the studio wanted Charlton Heston for Brody.
You know who they wanted for Hooper? John Voight. You know, big blonde son of a bitch. How'd the hell they end up with us?
Maybe Steven doesn't like big stars.
Doesn't like big stars? Why the hell not?
I don't know. I would guess for reasons of realism.
Realism? They've got a shark the size of a truck, and they're worried about realism.
Well, maybe this is a new kind of movie. I mean, you saw 2001, right? Kubrick film? No big names in that.
Yeah, that movie makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
You know, Robert told me that Kubrick offered him a lead role in it.
What, one of the astronauts?
No, actually, he wanted to play the lead monkey.
Wait, really?
Robert turned him down. He said, "You're not going to make a monkey out of me."